Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It's the last Wednesday of Black History Month. But every month is Black History Month. But happy Wednesday. Thank y'all for joining us today. Hope y'all's week is going by well. Um, Good morning, Laquita. Thank you for joining us today. Whew, it has been a morning. It has been a week, but I'm so excited. To bring March in with so many good things happening. So looking forward to sharing with y'all all the things that are happening in our world. As I'm sure many of y'all have seen, we have a lot going on for the month of March. And so can't wait to share that with y'all today. I'm going to give people a few minutes to join the call and then we'll get started, but feel free to come off mute. If this is your first time on the call and you want to introduce yourself, feel free to do so. If you don't want to come off mute, feel free to do so in the chat. It's great to see y'all's lovely faces, pictures, headshots, and names across the screens today. So we'll get started in a second, but feel free to drop anything in the chat. And welcome, welcome. As we get started, I'm gonna start dropping pictures, flyers, links, all the things in the chat. But let me know if there's a link that doesn't work or if there's something that's not coming through in the chat, just let me know. And I'll continue to just kind of drop things as we talk to through what is kind of happening in our world in March. Gonna give people a few more minutes to hop on before we get started. But good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Janine. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning, Brandy. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning, Brother Harold. Thank you for joining us today. So good to see your name across the screen.
It's kind of good morning.
Good morning. Good
As
morning.
Janine, this has been a busy month for Black History Month. We have done so much in the city, and I just want to congratulate everyone. It's not easy. It's very few of us who are still in the struggle and sharing history of the city. We have been on roller skates, the African American Cultural Alliance. We have done so much. The biggest announcement is phase one of the master plan for Fort Nicolay happened on Thursday. And that means we're going to have a beautiful park with a memorial place for all those who fought for the fort. And there's going to be a lantern that's um, has the names of the people that light the way. I kind of, when I talked to the designers, I was like, I feel like Fort Nicolay is like Harriet Tubman's spot, where freedom began in the city. And so I'm so happy that that light would light the path of those who came before us. I want to take up the meeting, but I just felt compelled to share. So much we've done this month, and all those things are leading to better things in the city. So, shout out to everybody who have had a long month and super tired at this point. And on Jefferson Street tomorrow, there's a groundbreaking for a Renaissance hotel. So, I'm just super excited, in spite of all the challenges we have with funding and all the things that we have to do for ourselves just to stay encouraged, because sometimes it gets hard to be encouraged when you have 5 grants to be denied, and you're still trying to move forward with things that you've been doing for 44 years in the city. Just a little transparency, but I won't give up, and I will continue to fight for us. So I'm just encouraging everyone, and AACA is here to support whoever. We're big on partnerships. Everything we do, we bring someone in because we're here for you. Done talking. I guess I was compelled to say it. I'm going to go on mute. I'm actually doing dual things now. Get preparing for a fair at David Lipscomb, a Black History Fair tomorrow as well. So I'm here trying to make sure I support you guys as well.
No, 100%. Janine, thank you for one following your spirit and being and feeling compelled to say that. Thank you for unfortunately having to show up and be resilient, but I want to tell you thank you for your resilience. I know that it's been a long month, and we are advocating for what we advocate for every month. But Janine, I see how you and your organization are always showing up in the community and doing the work tirelessly that y'all are doing. So thank you so much for being able to even join us and do all the things. And please drop your contact information and email in the chat. I'm sure there's so many people on the chat that would love to connect with you all and learn more about the work that y'all are doing. I know we were just talking about your organization and how we can support some of the things that y'all have going on in y'all ecosystem, um, just with all the things that's happening in Nashville. So thank you so much for being feeling led to come off you and say that. And thank you for joining us today. Sending you restful, joyful energy, and hoping that this month can end on a high note, not just for you, but for all of us in the midst of all the things that's happening.
Oh, well said. Thank you so much. I will drop my information in the chat.
Thank you. Did anybody else want to come off mute, say anything before we kind of talk a little bit about what's happening? Okay. So the month of March, we are hosting a series of events in honor of Village Month. If you were a part of the Village last year, and you got to see a little bit of what we had planned last year, we did Village Week. And this year, there's so many things happening in our ecosystem. And so we decided to expand it from a week into a whole month. And so we have quite a bit happening during the month of March, and just wanted to be able to kind of talk our members through kind of what to expect from us. There are so many ways that you can plug in, get involved, even if it's something that you can't make it to, a team member of yours can. And so just kind of wanted to talk through what that's going to look like for us. And so March 1st, which is this Sunday, we will be at the AU Pro Women's Basketball game. It will be joining them for their last game of the season. The Village has sponsored 50 tickets to that event. And so that's really a family-friendly event. We really want that to be an event where feel free to bring, members of your team, feel free to invite their families out. We really just kind of want that to be a day of not having to do any heavy lifting, but really just want to kick off Women's History Month and Village Month being at, the basketball game. And so we'll be there. We'll be giving out Village merch. We have a booth. We'll have our backdrop, but we really just want that to be a day where y'all can just come. And if you've wanted to catch a basketball game and you haven't had a chance to, that's the last game of the season. So just wanted to give our members an opportunity to be in space with you all. We will take an on-court photo on the basketball court after the game. So if you have time, stick around for that. But super low lift, just want to come invite you all to come out, be in space with us and have fun for that. And all of these events are going to be linked in our link tree. And so that's the event for that. That's where the link tree will be. The registration is on Eventbrite. All of the registrations for all of these events are on Eventbrite. And again, if you can't attend, but you know a team member, a nonprofit leader, that you just think would could just use a fun Sunday, please, please, please send them the invite. Again, we have 50 tickets, and so the tickets are just first come, first serve. So just make sure you get registered for that. The next event that we have is our Community Safety Task Force breakfast, and that'll be on March 4th. And that will be facilitated by Kia Jarman. And so we will be just kind of gathering and talking a little bit about the Community Safety Task Force. If you've had any questions, wanted to get a little more information about that, that really will be a space where, Kia, along with members of the village, will be in that space just to get curious, to ask questions, to really get the feedback from the community. And essentially just want to get y'all's perspective in creating community safety solutions that actually work for our community. And so we'll be in the space, we'll be eating breakfast, just having a conversation about that. And so make sure that you get registered for that. Again, that'll be March 4th, and that will begin at 9 a.m. We will be at the 37208 building. And so space is limited for that. And so if you do plan to attend, we just ask that you just register so that we can make sure we're accounting for how many people will be in that space. That'll be March 4th. Um, March 16th, we're super excited to be able to collaborate with Mosaic Changemakers. And so we'll be hosting an event called Collaboration as Liberation. And we're super excited about that. We'll be viewing the documentary Exit 207. We'll have a panel discussion, and then we'll have breakout sessions. Super excited for those breakout sessions. If you don't know, Stephanie with the Creativity Bar will be hosting one breakout session titled Creativity as Liberation. Timothy with the NAACP will be hosting another breakout session. And so we just will have some really, really great speakers on our panel. We'll have some great leaders in our community leading breakout sessions. We'll eat good food. We're gonna feed the people because we believe in eating good. And that'll be at Scarrett Bennett on, again, that is Monday, March 16th. That is an evening event from 5 to 9. And so we really want people to be able to just come out and be a part of that. And so you can, if you can, please, please, please get registered for that. Then March 21st, we will be having our ribbon cutting. So if you've joined the village the past few weeks, you'll notice that we have kind of been in this space that has looked pretty familiar. We all have been, maybe behind a wall or two that looks the same, and it's because the village got we are happy to be in space and sharing, planting our roots in North Nashville. And so we're super excited about our ribbon cutting and open house, and that'll be on March 21st. And we are in North Nashville, right? In the same vicinity as a Keyballon and TSU. And so we're super excited to be able to officially kind of open this space to the community, talk to people in the community, let the community know a little bit about what the village is. And so we'll also just kind of be letting not only people know what the village is, but just getting a different perspective on, making this space our own. And so we'll be having hors d'oeuvres, sound baths. We'll be doing some activities in the front lawn. And so that will be from 9:45 to 1 p.m. And so please, 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 if you can attend that, feel free. And that'll be kind of that is on a Saturday. And so we did want to make that a weekend event just to make sure that everybody in the community can come and join us. So if you'll be in North Nashville on Saturday, March 21st, please, 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 please come join us for our ribbon cutting. And we look forward to seeing all of you there. And then to kind of end out Village Month, we'll be hosting a workshop led by our very own Erica Burnett. If you attended our retreat last year, we touched on a snippet of this workshop a bit. And so it'll be kind of a deeper dive into that, assembling your org's Avengers. And that'll be on March 23rd. And then to end Village Month out, we'll be ending it with the Bold and Brave Day on the Hill, and that'll be on Tuesday, March 24th. I believe that that is, I want to make sure I'm giving the right information. I believe that that is in partnership with Greater Foundation of Memphis. And so that'll be the Women's Fund Foundation. And so if you have any young girls, that's a part of your organization that you would like to attend that, please reach out to me and let me know. And so we're just super excited about all the things that we have going on in the month of March. And again, all of these events are linked in our link tree. All the registration for the events are on our Eventbrite. And the link to those events are also in our newsletter. They're also in the bios of our Instagram pages. And so feel free to kind of check those out. I'm going to drop the link to our link tree in the chat now. And that link tree will take you to all of the events listed, all the dates, and all the things. So I want to pause and drop a few things in the chat. And while I'm dropping those in the chat, feel free to come off mute if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or let me know as I'm dropping things in the chat if any links aren't working. Another thing that I want to highlight is we have the Village also in partnership with the AU Pro Women's Basketball League. We also have a discount code. And so if you can't make it to the basketball game that we'll be at, but you want to make it, I believe the next game is tomorrow. And it may be a few games in between that time, between now and Sunday. And so we also have a discount code that I will drop in the chat. But if you can't make it to the game that we'll be at on Sunday, but you still want to make it to a game before the season ends, we have a 15% discount code, and you'll just use the code thank you in all caps. And if you want to attend a game or treat members of your team to a game, feel free to use that discount code, and I'll drop it in the chat as well. I said a lot, so I do want to pause and take a minute. Like I said, drop some links in the chat. Feel free to come off mute if you have any questions about any of the events that I listed. Um, Feel free to come off mute or drop them in the chat as I'm dropping things in the chat. So I just dropped the link as well as the discount code in the chat. Let me know if those links, if anybody's having any tech issues with those links. Again, you can also find those on our Instagram page. You also can find those all the events linked in our newsletter. And that is kind of what is happening in during the month of March in our worlds. Please, if there's, as you guys are trying to get registered for things, sharing the things, if there's any links that don't work for the events or you're having any trouble getting registered, please feel free to reach out to Village at CFMT, and we will get that situated for you. I do want to pause because I know we have a lot of people on the chat and we have told y'all all the things that is happening in our world. So I do want to pause in case anybody would like to come off mute and share anything about what's happening in your world, any events that you like to share with the village. Feel free to come off mute or drop them in the chat.
Shakana, we got a little quiet. Is this the opportunity to talk about events that we got coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Harold Simpson, the director for Workforce Development and Program at the Urban League. Sorry, we put my camera on. Um, and we have two events coming up on March 18th, which is our community job fair, which we're doing with Connection on Americas and American Job Center. That will be at Coleman Park. I dropped the link in there earlier that you can go under events and register for that. And then on the 26th of March, we have a healthcare career and job fair at Magruder Center. So that will be from 10 to 1. And I put the link for the event on there. So please encourage a lot of people in your network who are looking for levels of careers that they can be able to leverage and come to those events, which we're going to have a lot of employers and a lot of people there looking to help people get on those career pathways.
Um, Thank you. I see that. I see those links coming in the chat. I do want to pause. We want to provide a little more context to kind of draw the full circle moment between the Community Safety Task Force. We know there's a lot of information circling around about that. And so Erica's gonna join us in 1 second just to kind of paint that picture for us a little bit better.
We just gonna turn it just I'm just gonna sorry. Hey y'all. Hey good people. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I wanted to give a little bit of an update and I see Centuria's on a call, as we are going into our now third gathering of the Community Safety Task Force. Those of you who were able to watch live last week, and we'll also be providing some of the um, footage from the conversation with Dr. Ariola from the health department. This journey is one that while my name is the name and Centaurio or Benias can attest to that as well. We have our names on this, but we are specifically there reflecting the voices, the concerns, the priorities of our member organization. And for me, that is the village and each of you and the organizations that you serve, the voices that you represent, the families that trust you with some of their most difficult realities, the folks who lean on you to support them and advocate for them. And then us as a collective voice, what does this sector need? What do we see as experts, as practitioners, as leaders in our own right? And so, what you'll see over the next week or so, especially considering our engagement with Kia on the 4th, which is next Wednesday. Is that where we are in the month? Okay. Um, Kia and her firm has been hired by the health department to support gathering community voice and community impact It was identified very early on in the process that the village needed its own separate sort of space convening to make sure that you all had an opportunity to provide your undivided, sort of unfiltered approach to responding and to being present and to being engaged with this. So there's a couple touch points here that we just want to make sure that you're aware of. The conversation last week with Dr. Ariola, and we'll make sure that footage is up so you all can access it. We'll give you a little bit of a level setting or foundation setting for, excuse me, this particular task force and specifically our engagement as a village body. And hear from Dr. Ariola, start to maybe get a little curious on your own if you have not already. I'm coming to you today to share a little bit about sort of this process moving forward because we will be soliciting feedback on how you want to continue to inform my voice at the table. And so there are a couple of organizations that are present who are members of the village, Free Hearts in particular. I'm thinking of shout out to all of our Free Hearts folks, have been such dynamic leaders in showing how to make sure that the folks that she supports that they are actively involved in this process. And so I want you all to think about what would be helpful. There is a public facing portal that will make sure to provide the links to. Centoria, have you had a chance to get on those links at all? Uh-oh, I could see you. Now you was frozen. I was just thinking I could see you nod your head, sis. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to catch you off guard like that. But there is a public facing portal for the documents. And so what our team was just discussing before this call is what are the ways that we're going to make sure that you all have access to the documents so that you can see notes and be informed and get curious and then provide information, reflections, questions back to me in between these meetings, right? So that I'm going in not only as a representative of the village as a whole, as an organization, but I have your individual thoughts, your individual reflections, your individual feedback. Kia's session next Wednesday, if you're able to join us, would be a great anchoring. That's an opportunity for you to ask more questions, excuse me, see how they are thinking about and planning community engagement, get curious not only about the information that's being asked but also about the process itself, and I think that is just as important. And so we're excited to be able to join together. I think Centoria said she was having it. No problem, sis. I was just curious if you had been on the portal, if you or Benias or Dawn had been on the portal at all, but we're going to start to pull that information together. So that was a sort of long-winded way to say that we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to bring your priorities, your concerns, your curiosities to the table. I know that you all continue to trust me and the staff members of the village to represent us and represent us well. And we want to make sure that your voice is more specifically has an opportunity to feed into this process along the way. So I think that's the update. I'm happy to answer questions. If folks have ideas around what this could look like, what you would like to see, the meetings are currently scheduled like every other week, so it's a pretty quick turnaround time. And sometimes those slide decks are pretty dense. And so we'll do our best to make sure that everyone has access to the information. But I definitely welcome your thoughts or ideas around how you would like to be informed, how you would like to provide feedback or thoughts, or what processes would be helpful. The schedule is open. It is one public facing, and the meetings themselves are open to the public. So there is sort of a viewing gallery that you can sit in no matter where the location of the meeting, because they rotate them around the city. I encourage you to show up. A number of our partners, whether they have a representative on the task force or not, are in that room so that they can make sure that they hear for themselves some of the dialogue. And I definitely invite you to attend. Shekinah, is there anything else you would like for me to share in this moment? Okay. Any questions? We are talking about the Mayor's Task Force for Community Safety. And so you can you can Google it, but we can also drop a link to the press release that actually started quite a bit of a stir, which makes sure that we are making sure that committed to transparency and open communication, and clarifying what our role is in influence. Thank you for asking for clarification. Any other questions? All right, good
Oh,
people.
something did. Can you talk us through a little bit about the Mosaic event at Scarrett Bennett and who
Mhm.
will be, kind of panelists and program facilitators for that?
Absolutely. So we just dropped our whole slate of Village Month activities, and I mean, I'm excited about all of them, but this one is a little bit of a pet project of mine. So if any of you are familiar with Mosaic Changemakers, Renata Soto is the founder, and CEO, excuse me, for that particular program. Every year they host a cohort of individuals of color in Tennessee. They've expanded to Mid-South, and they go on leadership sort of exploration, values alignment, understanding how to better serve and be really impactful change makers with and in community. And so a number of our village members are alum of the Mosaic and a part of the Mo family. Mosaic is actually how I got to the village. How Cato reached out to Renata and said that this program was being incubated, and he wanted to make sure that there was someone that, he felt that the community could trust and that would do this work just as why he transitioned. And Renata literally cornered me at one of our retreats after I had proudly quit my job and asked if I would be interested. And I said, no, thank you. I just want to hang out with my baby for a while. And she said, no, like I wasn't really asking. I already sent him your resume. You need to go talk to Hal. So this is a little bit of a full circle moment. We have a number of Mosaic Mo family members in the village, as I named. And so this is an opportunity for the village and Mosaic to meet the moment of our current time. We will explore what is possible when we intentionally choose to collaborate over being in competition with one another, when we intentionally choose to activate our own unique superpowers in service of liberation. And what does that look like through a skilled, informed, contextualized lens? And so we'll start off with a viewing of the Exit 207 documentary, sort of anchoring us in the past, of understanding history and how that's impacting our even impact sector ecosystem, right? As an economic ecosystem was destroyed. We'll be joined by Mr. Lorenzo Washington from the Jefferson Street Sound Museum. He was pivotal, critical in the creation of that particular documentary. From there, we'll have a panel or more of a forum conversation with a couple of, can we add the full names?
Mhm.
Oh, yes, Mosaic Changemakers and Community Safety. Yes, should kind of add in all of the full names. And the link is live. So the link that the event that I'm describing right now, the information is already public facing. You can find it on the link tree, and it was also in the newsletter. So it has all of the official words in there. So there'll be a panel discussion from a number of community advocates in in their own rights, to situate us, contextualize us in the
What else
moment.
do we need?
To situate us in the moment, that we have a couple folks who are pending, and so I don't want to name drop there, but Mr. Lorenzo will definitely be joining that panel. Moncherie from Mojo and Collective Impact will be there. We are thinking about one of the pastors who is active on Jefferson Street, and then maybe one of the historians as well. So that would be an opportunity for some active engagement with folks who are doing the work, revitalizing and reclaiming, specifically from a very specific corridor, right? But we're not just focused on Jefferson Street, but making sure that there is an opportunity for us to connect that is place-based, right? From there, we're moving to these activation breakout sessions that I'm really excited about that will all be led by different Mosaic alum who many of you, again, will recognize because a lot of them are in the Village family. And they'll explore different modalities of resistance, of activism, of frameworks and understandings as tools for individual and collective liberation. And so, as those sessions become solidified, we'll be adding those and updating those to Eventbrite as well. And then we'll come back together for what we're calling some webbing and weaving. Weaving, as in Mosaic talks about creating weaving together a better South. That's essentially the mission of Mosaic through engage leaders of color, right? And we think about the village and creating a tight web of resources, a tight web of support, a web that amplifies our individual work. And so we are super excited about an opportunity to combine superpowers with this other entity that in its right is also developing leaders. And so admittedly, I would love more of our village members to know about Mosaic, to know the great work that's happening across not only Tennessee, but the South, and where there are other leaders of color who are leaning in because many of us are doing this work. How do we tighten the laces, right, of this around advocacy, around infant mortality, around whatever the thing is that we want to make sure that we're impacting within our own ecosystem. So that was my commercial for the collaboration as liberation, and I'm really excited about these two entities specifically getting a chance to partner together. And I hope you all register. Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. Scared Bennett is not cheap. And so if you register, please plan to actually come. And that's for all of our events. Our team is working hard. You see all these notes in the background, all these posts, all these everything, right? This team is working really hard to make sure that we have an experience that really saturates our community and our network with the essence of who the village is. We are getting an opportunity to flex some new muscles, to step outside of the greenhouse and to move in a way that we want, that we know can be most affirming for our village. Please show up. And specifically, if you register, please, please, please make every effort to attend. And if you can't, please let one of our team members know. That event in particular, it comes with quite a price tag, and we are comfortable investing those resources. We need us to make sure that the collective shows up in a way that honors the work that goes into planning those type of dynamic events. You're welcome. Anything else? Y'all got any other questions? Okay. Thanks, Chicago.
Thank you. Okay. Want to pause. I'm grabbing questions in the chat. I know we opened the floor for people to be able to come off and kind of tell us a little bit about, if you want to tell us a little bit about what's happening in your world. And so I do want to honor the time that we did say that we were going to pause to do that. And I'll be grabbing any questions in the chat about Village Month in the meantime, but do want to honor the platform for that.
Hey, Shakana.
Hey, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I hope y'all have an amazing, beautiful day on this Wednesday. So look, guys, I want to share a few things about what I'm doing. I host weekly support group for women impacted by mental health, domestic violence, and homelessness. And if you all have anyone that you serve in that capacity with domestic violence, of course, of mental health, I would love to you all to refer them over to the Magruder Center that we have these weekly support groups on Thursdays at 5 o'clock. It's a beautiful experience. Of course, I facilitated. They get to experience me, right? Everybody loves experiencing Centauri. So I love the fact that I can share my experiences with women who has been just experienced a lot in their life. For those who don't know, I'm a published author. I wrote From Emptiness to Overflow. So I dealt with a lot of things in my life. I matter of fact, I overcame a lot of things in my life. And so I'm standing 10 toes down with survivors of domestic violence. That's what I do. I advocate for those individuals. I do weekly support groups at Behavior Care Center on Thursdays for women that's in the prison. And we actually, the last thing I want to say is I'm hosting a domestic violence workshop with Judge Allegra. We do this often, and our focus is understanding for victims and community leaders to understand domestic violence in the courtroom, which is really important. Um, I'm one of those individuals that sat on the committee before they opened the Jane Crow Advocate Center, and I share my point of view on how the Jane Crow and victims should feel before going into a courtroom. And so I would love for you all to come out. I share the link, and it's for interns, of course, college interns, social workers, advocates, community leaders, anyone involved that's in the community that's raising awareness about domestic violence. I'm serious about this thing, y'all. Like it's really a public health issue. So if you all want to come out and share into that event, I would love to have you all. All right. That's it. That's all I had to say. Y'all make sure y'all have a blessed day, baby.
We all do love Centauria. She's such a joy to be around. Thank you, Centauria, for joining us and sharing that with us. And I do see that in the chat. So if for some reason you weren't able to capture that, I'm capturing things and I can, share them out. Centauria, would you mind dropping your email in the chat as well if anybody needs that? Anybody else would like to come off mute or share anything?
Yes, this is Kami with Black Lemonade. I'm dropping what I have to say in the chat right now, but Black Lemonade is having a women's conference. It's taking place on March 21st at Meharry Medical College. It is called the She Conference, Seen, Heard, and Embraced. It's a time for us to rest, relax, and reset. Keynote speakers, workshops, vendors, if anyone's interested in getting a table for their organization, as well as any type of promotion during the event. We are expecting a little over 300 women in the room. So if anyone's interested, I've dropped the link for tickets, tables, sponsor opportunities, and even partnerships and collaborations if anyone is interested. Thank you.
Thank you, Kami.
Hello, this is Patrice Bertrand with More Computing Learning Services. How's everybody doing?
We're great. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, absolutely. Just wanted to let you all know that we're in the middle of our spring cohort, but in April, we will be hosting a financial literacy and first-time home buyers home seminar. So if we have any partners that are in the credit building or credit repair or financial areas, we would definitely love to have them out. We haven't set the date yet, but I just want to kind of put that out there. I'm going to drop my email address in the chat. So if you're interested in coming out and partnering with us, we would definitely love to have you.
Thank you, Patrice. Thank you for joining us today.
You're
Hello,
welcome.
Shekinah. This is Esther.
Hey, Miss
Hello,
Esther.
everyone. Happy New Year. I don't think I've said Happy New Year, and this is February.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's that time again. Women of Africa Leadership Coalition is our 10th year. So it's our anniversary year. This year we're celebrating is our 5th year in Nashville. So I will be dropping next week a flyer, but our conference, which is a summit actually, is coming on April 11th this year. And all that information, I'll be dropping it next week in the meeting. But we are looking forward, and I'm loving what is happening in here with the women empowerment. Every time I turn around, there's a sister doing something, and I'm looking forward to coming to all those events, Centauria and Kami, and I'm inviting all the organizations that are represented in here that serve women to our celebration, our 10th year celebration.
Thank you, Miss Esther. So excited. Can't wait to see that. I didn't get to be there last year, so I'm excited to be able to be there this year. So thank you for joining us.
And I love you, Esther. I'm gonna be there, baby.
I
Oh, Miss
love you,
Esther.
Centauria. Thank you. Last year, I enjoyed you there last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Actually, I'll reach out to you before that. Thank you.
Miss Esther, I heard you say you plan to drop it in the chat next week. We'll be in person
Okay.
next week, but feel free to email it to me and we can make sure that we share that with folks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also wanted to mention, I forgot to mention this Black Lemonade Spring Break Camp. So, spring break is in a little less than 2 weeks, March 9th through 13th. We have had the amazing opportunity to partner with Howard University. Their students will be coming down. We're having a swim camp also in partnership with the Gordon Jewish Community Center. We partner with the I keep saying Gordon Jewish Community Center this past summer for the biggest swim lesson, and our kids of color absolutely enjoyed it. And obviously, there is a lot of statistics and stereotypes against our people. So, if our kiddos, anyone looking for kiddos to learn how to swim, this summer and also just experience an HBCU culture, the Howard University, www.blacklemonade.org/Nashville. We're almost full, but we are taking a maximum of 50 students, and we might expand that based on the need. But if anyone has kiddos or wants to partner in that area, uh, please send me an email or go ahead and register those kiddos.
Thank you, Kami. I'm not a kid, but if I was, I definitely would register because I can't swim at all. Um, does anybody else need to come off mute before we hop off?
Yeah, I'll come off mute real quick. Hey everybody, my name is Benias. I'm with Black Mental Health Village. Just wanted to let y'all know that we are doing what is it? Honoring Black History by honoring our elders. The event is tomorrow at Magruder from 11 to 2. We'll have media, we'll have a proclamation for older adults, we'll have a panel discussion, we'll have um, folks bringing artifacts, talking about the ways that they've made an impact in our community. There'll be food. We'll have tea time discussions, bingo and games, all sorts of things. So if you guys are interested, come through. And we'll also be doing interviews with our elders. So if you're interested in interviewing an elder, yeah, let's show them that. We appreciate them, we honor them, and we want to make sure that we give them the recognition that they deserve while they're still here with us before they become ancestors. And so just wanted to share that. Um, That'll be 11 to 2, Magruder. And I dropped the thing in the chat already. And then also, our interns are looking for therapy clients. And so if you have folks in your programs who are looking for therapy, free and sliding scale therapy, we want to offer that. So let us know. We have folks who have availability on Tuesdays. We have folks available on Saturdays and during the afternoons between like 3 and 6. I know that's usually a tough time for most people. But if y'all know some folks interested in therapy, let us know so we can get them seen. And I can also drop the link for that in the chat. But yeah, other than that, great to be in the space with you all. And the therapy is available to youth 14 through 18. If they're under 16, we'll need parent permission, just so that we can provide services. But yeah, young people are also welcome.
Thank you, Benaya. Super excited to be in space with y'all tomorrow. Can't wait to see y'all there.
So, kind of question, Benias, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Nice. Do you Do you have actual, so with the link that you're dropping, is that a flyer or is that a sign up?
So that's a sign up RSVP thing. Did you want me to send you a flyer?
Yeah, because I think that would help with some of the network that some of us have, and we can be able to help that initiative with some of the relationships and strategic partners that we have at, especially with us here at the Urban League. We see a lot of people that have young adults in those age brackets, and we have a lot of people that come to see us who don't have, I don't know if you guys are taking the insurance or anything like that, but like, it's some people that need that individual one-on-one therapy. So if you got a flyer or something, that's something that the team can offer as a resource if somebody has a demonstrated or at least expressed that they're looking for some level of mental health uh, services or therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you clarified because I thought you were talking about the event tomorrow in terms of the flyer. So
Yeah.
I can send you a flyer for that as well because we do have a flyer. Um, so yeah, that's something that we can definitely do. And then we're also going to be doing more programming on the weekends, the first and third Saturdays at Magruder. And we're going to be trying to target like multiple demographics. So maybe having something for men while having, parenting classes, while also having something for young people. So we'll be doing more youth involved work. We just hired a youth healing and advocacy manager. That's definitely something that we'll be doing. And we one of our strategies is also working with young people impacted by violence in South Nashville. So like folks who are doing work in South Nashville, if y'all need therapists, or if y'all want to partner to do some collaborative, mental health programming, those are some things that we'll be able to support. So yeah, absolutely, I'll be able to share that with you. But in the meantime, my operations manager is so amazing. Dropped, she sent me a flyer. So let me drop that in the chat and hopefully that works. And yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Let me see. I might have to download it first. So, but yeah, feel free to reach out. I'll drop my operation manager's email. And you can also go to our partnership page of Black Mental Health Village so you can explore the various ways that we partner with folks. And yeah, we're happy to connect, figure out how do we meet your needs. All right, I just dropped that in the chat. That is the flyer, and the QR code is in it for folks. But I will also drop the link. And all of this is on our website as well. When you say get help, the therapy access page is how you can get folks connected. But yeah, we are scaling the number of therapists that we have. I think this year we have currently 5 or 6. So this semester, and so that is our goal, is to continue scaling the amount of interns that we take so that we can strategically place these therapists in community centers and, various community after school programs, churches, third spaces in general, so that people can get the mental health support in places that they already feel comfortable, living, laughing, enjoying life, all the things. So yeah, I just dropped that in the chat. Thank you all so much, and sorry for talking so much.
You ain't never got to apologize to us. Um, Anybody else need to come off mute? And thank you, Benias, for dropping all of that in the chat. Anybody else need to come off mute before we hop off? Okay. I dropped the link to our Eventbrite in our link tree. And again, that will be kind of your one-stop shop for all things Village Month. If you have any questions concerning Village Month, please feel free to reach out to Village at CFMT. And I will be sure to provide as much clarity and assistance with that as I can. And we look forward to seeing y'all all throughout the month of March. Um, Laquita, was that a question for me or Benayas?
No, it's for you. We know we're in the group me with all this information. Be in the group me so everybody can like whoever joined the group me. If I'm making sense.
You in the group me for the village
Yeah, I am.
on Facebook or
Group me, y'all added me last week. It might
Laquita,
not
can
have been. You
you?
might have been with mental health. Probably group me. Probably.
Oh, I
Okay, because
see.
I'm like, I don't think we have a group me.
Yeah, that's what it is. My bad. I'm sorry, babe. It was.
That's funny. Yeah. So
Hey,
I'll share that with you. Don't
I
worry.
was about to say,
Okay,
Benayas,
great,
feel free
Iris.
to
Give me
drop.
back. Tell them to help me out.
Absolutely.
hey, Shakana, they still running that Facebook page.
It is still running. We aren't running it, but I believe that it is still circulating somewhere.
I'm talking about the one that you. I know I started one
hmm
a couple of years ago, and I think that's the. But you started a new one, right?
The village has a Facebook page, but we don't have anything else. We don't own any type of like chats or message boards on through
Okay,
Facebook.
because I know that that's a way. I know that they post on that page
Yeah,
as far as events and everything. Social, event,
yeah.
event information. So um,
So yeah, we can make sure we get all of the stuff for Village Month in that chat. And y'all please feel free to, circulate any events y'all would like to share that's happening with Village Month and all the group meets and group chats and all the group things. Because we don't have a group chat or a group meet yet. All right. If there are no more questions, all hearts and minds are clear. We will be in person next Wednesday. And all of the information for that will be in the Linktree link, which is in the chat. And like I said, feel free to reach out to me if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns. And see y'all all the month of March. I'll
Thank
stay
you.
on for a few minutes if anybody needs to chat with me, but y'all feel free to hop off and enjoy the rest of y'all day. Thanks.
Shakana, something dawned on me.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, for the African Speech Festival, will you guys consider being a part of the Knowledge Village? And the
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge Village is everything that deals with the person. So we have several villages, like we have art, children.
Mm-hmm.
The art village is North Nashville Art Coalition helping with that. We have a children's village, a health and wellness village. We have a
Mm-hmm.
knowledge village.
Oh, when is
And then
it?
it's September the 18th through the
Oh,
20th.
yeah,
And so the
for sure.
knowledge village is like the whole person in the city, what they
Mm-hmm.
need. And just dawned on me on the
Mm-hmm.
call, y'all doing it all.
Yeah.
And it offers them a free booth.
Mm-hmm.
They have to bring their own booth, their own tent, their own whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a platform where people come and can learn how to get better housing, all sorts of things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that sounds like something that's aligned. I
I'll
would
send you a proper
say,
proposal,
yeah,
but
just send
I
me.
don't want to do the work if it's not going to happen now because, like I said, I've been doing a lot of work trying to find funding and
Yeah.
my time. Oh my God, you spend all those hours. I'm not trying to be ugly, doing the work, and then it goes dark and it's getting too close for me. I'm working on Juneteenth as well. It's getting too
Yeah.
close for me to put together proposals that go nowhere.
Yeah, no,
But I
for
think it
sure.
aligns with very well because it gives you another
Yeah,
space in the North Nashville community where 50,000 people come
for
to
sure.
offer the. Mhm.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't have to be a formal proposal. It can just be maybe 10 minutes that we sit down with our team and chat about it. I just want to make sure that it's
I get
within
it.
it makes sense.
I
But
get
it
it makes
doesn't have
sense
to
a
be
lot.
formal at all.
Yeah, it's really like political right now.
Yeah,
So it wouldn't be about you guys at all. It's about the people who govern you,
for sure.
who have to
Understood.
be careful right now.
Yeah.
So it's not personal. I know what's going on because I'm
Mhm.
experiencing it. So
Yeah.
just think it through. I just wanted to talk to you personally before we
Yeah,
actually,
for sure. And we
yeah,
can schedule some time to chat about it
yeah,
offline because I
yeah. Maybe
definitely
next
would
week
love
offline,
for.
and then I'll put together something. We could go through the process together. So
Okay.
you stay safe, and I stay safe too. I'm not worried about my safety because I don't work for anybody but
Yeah,
myself.
no, yeah, I think we're very,
Much alike, yeah.
yeah.
I thought
But
so too.
thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure
I know. I always
seeing
want
your
to.
face and hearing your voice.
What is on y'all's end? Because I know what's on here.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. I just finished PT. I was in a car accident. Well,
Oh, I'm
a
so
story.
sorry to hear
A
that.
story for later. But please schedule something with me next week. Whatever works for your schedule. I
Yeah.
think I'm available.
Yes,
Th-
ma'am.
Next weekend I'm going to Selma. But other than that, I think
Okay.
I'm open. Okay.
Okay.
I think we
Yes,
should
ma'am.
talk. I think it's going to be amazing. If you seen last year, it was amazing. We had all those installations with health and
Yeah, that's
wellness.
why I'm like, I didn't get to see last year. So I
Mhm.
definitely would love to see this year.
Okay, sounds great.
All righty. Thank you for
Okay,
joining us. All right.
okay, bye bye. Yeah, it's on your end.
Miss Esther, did you need something from me? Did you want to chat?
No, Shekinah. I think I've missed you guys too much.
I know. I hope you can join us for some Village Month things.
I will try as much as I can.
Um, Nonetheless, though, I definitely can't wait to see you. One of your hugs is definitely needed. And so, you know,
Yeah, Shekinah, you have not seen your mama for months.
can't wait to see you, but hope you're well. Hope everything in your world is okay.
I am well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you soon.
Goodbye.